All right, welcome to another Monday Night MegaMek. Just a review of the last time we played here. First, we're going to go through some of our cast of characters. We have dossiers written up for some of them. So we have Arso Jokonovic. Ergun Roshak here. He's our captain. He's the clan watch agent who's made his way to the Eater's Sphere in 3025. Gunnery 4, piloting 3, special traits, natural aptitude. We have Gordana Banana Peel Matsui. This is our lovely character who fell many times last playthrough. We have Sherry Hopshop Sandvik, a 4/4 with jumping jack, very important. She does well when she jumps. Piloting a Stinger, though we are on our way to upgrade her to a Phoenix Hawk. I'm very excited for that. Here we go. Last time on Monday Night MegaMek, the Emerald Cast, our mercenary group, played 2 different engagements. We had 2 different missions. The first was a diversionary engagement. We had to try to run past our enemy, make it past enemy lines, and escape to the north. Yet again, we got a map with a large river, and we had a bunch of our allies spawn right in the middle of the lake. We had a locust that eventually just fell, got a breach, drowned itself, just kept trying to stand up. Our allies never actually made any engagement, as you can sort of see on the animated replay here. Our Marauder and Crusader slowly made their way up the map. Eventually, the Marauder made its way out. We won the mission, as that was more than half of our BV, or more than half of our force. The second mission we played was a breakthrough mission. The whole point was, yet again, we were trying to run across the map and escape through the north. However, that didn't actually work out. We held the enemy engaged until we had allies arrive from the north, make their way down south, help us engage our foe. We actually forced them into a retreat. So not what was expected of that specific mission, but it is what happened. Alright. Interesting. We've got a pop-up here. Pardon me for just a second. Stream status good. Sorry about this. Was it up there? Alright, so we're going to keep going. And head right into the mission here. So, something I wanted to start off with right off the bat. If you noticed, MegaMek, as I'm playing it, might look different to the MegaMek or MechHQ that you are using. I have gone through and customized things to try to make it a better viewing experience for people. For number one, not MegaMek related, if you notice, I have a very large bright green mouse. I did not want people trying to strain their eyes to see the mouse and see what I was doing and engaging with, so having the biggest I could find large mouse was fantastic. There are ways to make it bigger for me visibly, but they don't actually show up on the record. It's sort of like a Windows trick to make things larger. That's not... I don't know how it works, but I tried it. It didn't show up. In any case, another thing that might be different as we continue to play here is if you go down to MechHQ options. Now, MegaMek is a very customizable platform if you are not aware of it. So I have the user interface scaled way up. Again, to try to make it visible and legible to people who are watching. In addition, you can change the color of a lot of the various fonts. As these streams continue, I'm going to be playing around with the setting to try to make things as legible, as visually interesting as I can make them. And so you might start to see, different things that don't quite match your expectations for MegaMek or how you have it at home. But, I just specifically try to make it not for me, but legible and visible to everybody else who might be watching on a different resolution, not the big monitor that's in front of me, and so on. Beyond that, let's double check here on the status of our units here. So, in our hangar, we have our Marauder. Let's see if we can make this bigger for you guys. Which is doing okay. The Wyvern doing okay. Looks like this guy's just damaged with some loss of ammo. The Crusader was not doing too hot, but did manage to sort of hold the day despite the fact that Banana Peel kept falling over. Stinger with Hopscotch. Boy, took a lot of damage. I think it lost a leg very, very early on in the last mission we took her out onto, and there's going to be a lot of repairs there. The Phoenix Hawk. Phoenix Hawk is being worked on. We still have a right arm and a right leg missing, and hopefully those components are being shipped and are going to be arrived, to us sometime soon. We have a salvage Stinger as backup here. If we note, I believe the Stinger that we took with us that Hopscotch was piloting is salvage. It's no longer usable. So we are actually just going to go ahead and switch off. We are going to unassign crew. We are going to assign Hopscotch to the backup Stinger. I would put her on the Phoenix Hawk, but it's not usable just yet. Stinger here, it's lost armor, but not any internal components, so it is potentially able to send out. I will assign a tech to that. Possibly assign tech to these. No. There we go. And I think we're out of tech space for all of these, so we're going to go check out the repair bay. 3 missing, 3 unavailable. Alright, we're not going to worry about that just yet. I'm going to hit the repair all button, see if it does anything, and a few things. So we left off immediately after the last mission. I don't think there's any sort of other clerical errors or background tasks to do. We are just going to start hitting the calendar, advancing time, repairing, and waiting for the next mission. There we go. 20 parts still not being on 2 units, and so on. So here we can also, important to check sometimes, you'll notice here the text box, that's where all of your mech techs or other technicians are going to be popping up, where if there was time left in their day, if we go to personnel here and just go to techs, we have 2 mech techs, and they only have a certain amount of time they can work during a day. We have it on a graphic display, but we might want general. Yeah, you're going to see XP here. Another thing that I was going to change and point out to everybody is we are playing with largely the default settings for an advanced user of Mech HQ. All of these options can be found in campaign options. We are going to change something. We'll load here. So we're going to go to advancement, experience rewards. So MegaMek by default is not giving out a lot of experience. So you'll notice for the most part it's going to be vocational XP. How much experience should be awarded per vocational experience? Check. That's right here. This value is double when any contract not classified as garrison type. Right. So if essentially every month there's going to be a die roll for each character, and that sort of determines how and what if they gain experience. You'll notice the tasks, the scenarios, the administrators, everything else is set to 0. So gaining experience in standard Mech HQ is actually very slow. And to try to increase, the advancement to see how far the characters can go, nobody wants to tune in when we're doing 1 or 2 missions a week. Nobody wants to tune in and see, over the course of a year, somebody go from a 5-5 to a 3-3. So we are going to up this and go 1 XP per natural 12, 1 XP per unsuccessful natural 2. We can put in 3 experience per scenario, and I'm going to go 3 experience per 5 kills. We'll leave that there. And 1 experience per 25 successful tasks. Now this is going to really amplify how fast our characters gain experience. But because this is good, our playtime is a little bit shorter than we would have as just playing on our own as an individual. I feel like this is going to be important. So we are going to hit apply settings and run with that. There are also a couple of MegaMek options I wanted to turn on. So if we expand this out, I believe it is under advanced ground movement. So we're playing right now mostly with standard options. What I like to play with, a couple of important ones here. First is through armor criticals will float. So normally in BattleTech, your hit location is based off of the 2d6 roll, and in the standard chart, a 2 is a possible critical hit on the center torso and the front arc or rear arc, the left torso and left arc, or the right torso and the right arc. What a floating critical does is, instead of automatically getting a critical check when you roll 2 on those set locations, instead there's a re-roll and you get a critical hit on the newly rolled location instead. So that is a very popular option. I'm going to be turning that on. The second is standing still. Particularly when you're getting all these kind of weather conditions and things that are randomly rolled, I think having standing still is also important. What standing still does... Well, not standing still. Careful stand. That's what I'm looking for. Careful stand. Here we go. What careful stand does is you can sacrifice your ability to move away while standing up. Instead, you're focusing all your movement on standing up, and you get a -2 to that check. So it makes it a lot easier to attempt to stand in difficult conditions with gyro hits, or when you have, particularly new pilots. So those I'm turning on now, and we are going to run with them. So again, if we look back here to our mech text, that's what the information is looking for. You can see 420 and 480 minutes. That's how much time they have available to work during each day. And I will double check Mech HQ options. We should have new day. Yep. Run, mass repair, mass salvage. Great. Alright. We are continuing on here. Parts, repairing other stuff. Double check mission brief. Alright. Just gonna keep going. Incoming transmission. Captain, one of the prisoners is insisting that they were captured by mistake, claiming to be a civilian rather than a soldier. Their story sounds plausible, but we currently have no way to verify it. This could be an attempt to manipulate us, or it might genuinely warrant further investigation. Requesting guidance how to proceed, whether to interrogate further, hold them, or escalate the matter. I am really enjoying a lot of these, decision, interesting things that are popping up in terms of, fun little gameplay elements. So, closing or canceling this conversation will automatically pick the first option. Normally this situation will be caused by low prisoner capacity. Yeah, we don't have any prisoner guards. In that case, consider hiring infantry units and assigning them to a security force. Well, you are holding at least 25 prisoners, there's a small chance it will cause trouble, even if you are within capacity. Ooh. Yeah, I think what we do is... we're going to assign someone, verify their story if possible. Captain, the investigation confirmed the prisoner's story. They are indeed a civilian. The prisoner has been moved to more appropriate accommodations, and the other prisoners seem less agitated now that the issue was handled fairly. The holding area remains stable. So I think we avoided... yeah, prisoner capacity is increased by 5%. Prisoner... this is going to be randomly generated names that I am not familiar with pronouncing. Tamami Sakurai. Tamami Sakurai has been returned to their cell. Understood. Excellent. So we made it through that interesting RPG check here. And nothing else new. Oop, here we go. I just wanted to take a moment to wish you a happy winter holidays. I know the responsibilities never really stop, but it's important to take a little time to breathe and enjoy the season. The unit's been working hard to create some festive moments, and I think it's helping keep spirits up. Hope you can take a break and share a little of that positive energy with us. You've more than earned it. If you select the final option, all future naps of this type will be disabled. They can be re-enabled in campaign options. So, yeah, I think Ergun, our sort of main character and commander here, would not be the most responding. Though, you know, he is a clanner. They do have their own sort of holidays, and it wouldn't be out of the realm of understanding to understand what the festival is. So, but I think he would be swamped with work. So we're going to go with option 2 there. And we're going to keep on keeping on. New scenario decoy engagement occur on 28. It is today. Alright. We're going to check our artillery. We're going to add hopscotch to repair and doing okay. Repair and doing okay. We have upper leg actuator damage here on Banana Peel. Banana Peel is going to walk into this mission already damaging the leg. That fits. That fits. Okay. Here we go. Decoy engagement. We have to assign, so we have area operations here. Find it. We're going to manage deployment. Assign our command list here. Confirm. Now we can go back to briefing here, decoy engagement, and start. Your mission is to serve as a decoy, drawing the attention of a large enemy force while our allies carry out critical objectives elsewhere in the sector. The enemy must believe you are the primary threat, forcing them to commit their forces fully to your position. Your task is to survive for the designated duration, or, if possible, eliminate 75% of the enemy forces to break their will. This engagement is about endurance, misdirection, and tactical maneuvering. The enemy will press hard, believing you to be the key target, but you must endure. Use the terrain to your advantage, control the pace of battle, engage only when necessary. If you hold them long enough, our allies will complete their objectives uncontested. Should you succeed in routing 75% of the enemy force, they will lose cohesion and will control the battle, and we will control the battlefield at the end of the engagement. This will allow us full access to any salvageable assets left behind. Victory here will not only ensure the success of our allies, but also give us a chance to recover valuable battlefield resources, hold the line, weather the storm, and outlast them. If they break, the field is ours. Your employer has deployed you alongside an integrated force, so we're going to have allies. A comm center, so the building that is in the area of operation gives us some special bonuses. So additional allied ground forces are approaching the area. The allied units have not been fully repaired from their previous engagement. Oh, we have damaged allies, but kind of like us, we're not completely operational. Enemy presence appears much smaller than indicated. Keep an eye out. Alright, so let's return here. Oop. Actually, let's start that. So we're gonna look here. Always double check these conditions here. So temperature, Celsius, that's pretty warm. Light, dusk, dawn, so it's not full bright daylight. 25 by 35, that's not the largest map in the world. We're deploying from the north. So we want to hold out for a certain number of turns. So we want to hold out for at least 12 turns, or destroy that many forces. So we're going to start this again. Commence drop. MegaMek is loading up. Good evening. Yeah, this seems to be the first mission was like 6 months into the contract. We had nothing happen for the first very long period of time, and then all of a sudden, whoop, you know, it's mission after mission after mission. I seem to be frozen here. There we go. Done. MegaMek was loaded, the actual scenario, and then it disappeared on me. Alright, we're going to hit start, we're going to hit commence, we're going to hit OK. Let me see if it loads up again this time. Looking good. Alright, here we go. So, as always, before you start a MegaMek mission in MegaMek, always check your game options and check your victory conditions. I always want skip all phases when forced victory occurs so that when I hit /victory, we don't go through another shooting phase and have something happen. So, skip all phases. I'm not going to have an auto... Well, actually no, destroy 75. We're going to have destroy enemy BV done. We're not going to do the turn limit. We're not going to force the game to end because I don't want the game to end if I am somehow in a winning position. So we're going to click OK on that. I believe we're good. We're starting to the north. Something we learned last time is that it will occasionally have a bunch of units not deployed with the rest of them. So double checking. North, 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 north. Great. We are all set here. And alright. Done. My turn to deploy. I'm deploying to the north. Take a look at the terrain. It is a relatively clear map. I don't see many woods. I think the path of better action is going to be coming down on the left here. Just going to deploy in a formation. Reports. Not actually showing us the reports. So round. It's popping up over here. That's why. Here we go. Alright, I was playing around with trying to get different displays. So we're gonna try. We go to client settings here. Now, if you're ever annoyed by various pop-ups and things that are occurring, it is in the unit tooltip. Actually, no, it's the auto display. So, generally, for the round report, you want it to show in report phases and hide otherwise. Minimap, manual, we define here unit display. Hide, none. Report phases, show, force display. I think we're good there. Close out. Here we go. Turn to move. Who do we see here? That. Let's go for it. But first, let's take a look at our foes. We have Escriba in a rifleman. This is the 60-ton rifleman. A 4.5, AC5's large lasers. Okay, not too threatening. We have Soda Pop, the Saracen medium hover tank at 4.5. Tinkerbell. Oh, lovely. I love these randomly generated call signs. So we have Tinkerbell here. Come on, do that pop up. Tinkerbell in a Wasp. Wasp is a good unit for somebody named Tinkerbell. And Iron Palm, who is in the Condor Heavy Hover Tank, 4.5. Alright, so we are up against some pretty inexperienced pilots. Then again, we have a bunch of inexperienced pilots ourselves. Alright, Banana Peel. Don't Banana Peel us. Don't do it. That's all I want. I want Banana Peel to not be Banana Peel. And we do not want you to force that PSR right off the start. Running forward. Oh, already in range. But we are looking at a 15. 4 gunnery, 1 dusk dawn, 2 running, 4 target moved, and 4 long range. So, despite heavy targets in range, we have no shots, which means we're not going to have shots with anybody else. Alright, let's get this in position. Report phase. Yeah, they fired AC2s and missed. 1, 2. Oh, this is the physical attack phase. We're skipping. We don't want to be hitting buildings. We want to be doing anything else. New turn. Initiative. We lost. Movement. Let's let our allies move, and they already have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That team of 2. Yeah. In order to salvage, though, we need to kill 75%. But right now, that's looking like not a problem. Though I did kind of peek at the their force list, and there's supposedly some stuff that's hidden. So we'll see what pops up. Hopscotch, do your hopscotching. Hopscotch, scotch your hop. Alright. I feel like... Wow. They are moving pretty fast. We no shots on them. Well, we've got 2 shots on the rifleman. Let's see if we can do it. Yeah. No shots. Yeah, an important note on MegaMek here. You can see their default TMM on those little pips. So that is a TMM 4. So we're not going to have any good shots. Particularly this one's behind partial cover as well. So I'm just going to skip. Yep, needs 12 misses, needs 12 misses. They hit with AC2, needs 7. They hit for 2 damage. Oh, it's the end of the workload. We've been poked, guys. Time to go home. We've been poked. We're not punching, we're not kicking. No worries of heat. We won initiative. That could be nice. So let's make sure our allies go. And we are going to move some of our lighter guys first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hopscotch, you can get pretty darn close to that rifleman. Try to get some damage in. I think the rifleman gets a bad rap. I mean, it's cool looking. I like the way it looks to start with. I think the rifleman looks really cool, and I want it to be good. I think once you start playing combined arms, if you start including like anti-aircraft stuff, in an expanded narrative capacity, the rifleman can get really good. Some of its variants are good. So, I am a fan, even though I don't really play Intersphere in normal tabletop. Alright, Banana Peel, you are aggressive. So can we back you up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we can't back you enough. Well, we could do a little bit. We want to try to get those LRMs off. You know what? You're fresh. We want to just kill people as fast as possible, so we're going to take 1 step forward here. And we are kicking. That's the goal right now. Kicking. These are in 10s. These are in 12s. Do 2 PPCs. Toss it in. A medium laser on you. Done firing. Mana Peel. I moved you. You're going to go range high to try to get LRMs off. You're low on ammo, so maybe not. Just fire mediums. Again, the Crusader is kind of stuck in a position of it's there, it has some guns, it wants to soak up damage. Alright. Laser, laser. And you know what? Laser. Here we go, Hopscotch. What can you do? What can you do, Hopscotch? 10s, 9s. 9s are better. See if anything worthwhile happens. So, we got a gun in the Marauder. Misses everything. AC2s, miss. Here we go. The Rifleman, this large laser, happens to hit Hopscotch. 8 damage to the right leg. 1 structure remaining. Hopscotch. Are you going to lose us another stinger? Is Hopscotch going to lose us another stinger? With leg hits all over again. Not a great start. Alright. Ooh, glancing blow on the Marauder. Here we go. Hopscotch shooting. Major damage. Immobilizes the Saracen. Saracen shoots back. And hits with an SRM-2. Yeah. She's backing out. He needs to live until the Phoenix Hawk is fixed. That's her mission. That's her goal. Live until the Phoenix Hawk is fixed. Alright, Tinkerbell. What's the kick? Yeah, we're kicking. Nothing for the Crusader. Wyvern. What's your kick? 41? We're doing it. We're going for it. Hopscotch. Yeah, you can't do anything, Hopscotch. You're skipping. See what? There we go. Yeah, crippling a tank. I mean, if you're exchanging criticals on something else for just losing a stinger isn't generally going to be a bad trade. Stingers are not. It's not. There's not much there. All right, Wasp. 50 damage to right leg. Armor destroyed. Section destroyed. 6 damage transfer to the right torso. Critical hit on right leg. So on and so forth. So that hurt a lot. The Wasp kicks the Wyvern, hits 4 damage, and the Wyvern misses. It has to make 2 PSRs on 5, succeeds. But we are, you know, dealing some significant damage to Tinkerbell. Moving forward. Here we go. We got a 9, they got a 5. We are winning. Let our ally move first. And you don't even go anywhere. So I guess he's probably, or you know, a nice ally here in Lace is probably going to try to go after Tinkerbell. So we don't need to worry about that too much. Alright, Hopscotch, you're going to jump out of there behind this building. Try to save yourself. Let's move the Crusader for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't move 6 anymore. You are 3-5 because you took actuator damage. So you're not going to be able to get close enough to melee Tinkerbell, but you can get close. So that's going to be short range for your lasers. And F it, we're going to send our main character forward. Come on, air gun. Be the main character that you're supposed to be. Speaking of, that's just within minimum 11 still, because that thing moves. Yeah, lasers and SRMs. That's what yeah. The standard SRMs are 369, same as lasers, so we'll see what we can get off. I just can't recall how we're doing on ammo. I know we have 4 shots left of the LRMs, but we are popping. And you're on damage. Let's do a solid slug, 52%. I'm fine with that. Done. Alright, banana peel. We're gonna go range low high. Machine guns are 11s. Fire them. They do nothing. And yeah. Yeah, we have full ammo for SRMs. Yeah, and then we just haven't restocked. I think we were just out of ammo to replenish. So if you notice, like we're down to 4 shots there around. We have full ammo on the SRM, so we're good there. Done firing. Wyvern, you're going to, I guess, try to shoot your large laser into that thing. And Hopscotch, use a medium laser. On 13, or medium laser on 10. That's a shot. Done firing. See what happened. Main character, 2 hits, gets the PSR on the rifleman. Left leg's hurting, right arm's, well, kind of hurting. AC2's at the Wyvern. Wyvern's doing okay. There we go. Crusader hits with the SRM-6, getting a critical hits on the heatsink and jump jet. I mean, its legs are already gone. Pilot hit. I think we're getting pretty close to an eject on the Wasp. Scrolling down. Our ally took some hits, but we really don't care that much about the ally. Medium laser from Stinger hits the Wasp, destroys the left arm, goes into the left torso. Our Phoenix Hawk ally shoots, gets into the left torso, destroys the armor, 4 internal remaining. Gets another medium laser, right leg to right torso to center torso. So this thing has lost a lot. I would be very surprised if it didn't eject from that thing in the next movement phase. But here we are in physical attacks. I mean, heck, I don't know. Oh, there it is. It's gone. We missed it. We missed it. Piloting rolls. Here we go. Wasp must take 1 fighting. I thought it fell over already because it's lost its leg. Maybe it attempted to stand up and succeeded, but here we go. 2 damage CT. Second. Lost the CT. Lost the salvage. Thanks, princess. No melee. No melee. No melee. Alright, moving to a new round. This is seeming like a pretty darn easy mission all of a sudden. Alright, banana peel. Just do that. Let's let our ally move. Let our allies move. Our reinforcements arrive. And that Iron Palm moves off the same space as the Wyvern. Don't like that. Air Gun, you're going to run forward and try to challenge that rifleman here. I think you'll win. Honestly, you should just back up, because you will be in the side arc of that tank, and that's where you can deal a lot of damage. Hopscotch. So interesting thing about foliage is it's effectively level 1 forest. So it doesn't normally defend mechs, because the mechs are 2 levels high. But if you are behind a level 1 and there's foliage on it, that should, in standard rules ability, give you cover from it. So we're gonna have Hopscotch jump here. So Hopscotch will have partial cover and foliage, essentially woods cover from both of these. So, and because it's the leg that took damage and it's behind partial, the hill should protect the leg. So, yeah, we're moving that stinger forward. Alright, let's bring that main character energy into here, gun. PPC, PPC. I don't even know why it has medium lasers. I guess in case you run out of ammo on the LB. But, yeah, let's do cluster. Let's just guarantee that hit. And you know what? We're 68%. I think we're going to gain some heat. We're going to actually fire those medium lasers I just complained about. Banana Peel. Banana Peel, it's your turn. What can you do? You could fire an SRM. Actually, you don't want to do the SRM first. You can fire the medium lasers first, then the SRM, then the 2 machine guns. Oh wait, they're on 13s. Well, I think pushing the back button is more effort than just not firing it on 13s. So here we go. We want more, because we are in the really damaging arc for vehicles right now. We want more hits than bigger hits. So we're going to fire the 2 small lasers and the SRM into the side of Iron Palm here. Gunfire. And finally, Hopscotch. Hopscotch, you're going to see if you can take out that vehicle. Granted, that vehicle still has a decent amount of armor. Yeah. This is 30-25, there's no pulse. I thought about, because that's the Marauder that Airgun came with the idea that He's just sent out from clan space with something. I thought about giving it pulses. I think there's a different version that had 2 snubs and pulses with an LB. That didn't load up when I started this, so I just went with a weird custom Marauder that already existed. So 24 heat sinks and 2 PPCs. I think there might be doubles. I can't remember, but the idea being we have our main character and he gets treated special. Gives us some little something fun. So we're gonna try for the right, so it gives you right side, hurt. Just see what we can do. And we'll do that closer fist. Honestly, right side, right click, weapons, alpha strike. Just do it. There we go. See what happens. Nothing to know. We got some AC2s. We have a possible left cursor critical against our Marauder, but it's rerolled with edge. PPC, PPC, Alpha 10 cluster. Nothing particularly interesting of note to report, but it looks like we did get the PSR. Crusader, Banana Peel missed with everything. We were an engine destroyed, immobile on that Condor heavy tank. Excellent. SRM6, major damage, plus the drive rolls, vehicle immobile. We are really hurting these things. Vehicles are all disabled, not going anywhere. Oh! Rifleman needs a 5, rolls. Nope, base target's 5, gets a +1, needs a 6, rolls a 4, falls. Excellent. We are doing pretty good here. No melee, no melee. Yeah. Sometimes you get missions that are just a breeze, just a walk in the park, basically. This is really feeling like one of those so far. There we go. Kicked, lost the AC2. Our allied Phoenix Hawk is now at 11 heat. Oh boy. Why are you doing that to yourself, Phoenix Hawk? We still won initiative. Our allies are coming to the rescue for some reason. And they've all moved. We've supposedly hit an enemy somewhere in here, but they seem not to be showing up. Okay, Crusader, you have one mission. That is to walk forward and kick that tank. That's your one mission. Your gun, you might as well just stay still. Same for you, Wyvern. Hopscotch. Let's see rating of that building. 35. You're 20 tons. I still don't want to risk that. What is this thing got for guns? LM20, SRM2. And the turret. Plenty of targets there. Exit jump of 3. We will be the heavy target. So wherever Hopscotch goes is likely to be the target of Soda Pop. And with those damaged legs, we're just going to jump back out. No point in risking critical damage to the mech when we've basically got this under wraps. So, Marauder. You know what? We are just going to go ahead and Alpha Strike all over again. We're going to build that heat, but we are going to enjoy it. Turret here, medium, machine gun, and yes, on another SRM shot. We're shooting at 3s. Done firing. Same here. Shoot all the little guns. Done firing. Hopscotch has no targets. Skip firing. And here we go. Rifleman misses and whiffs everything against the standing still Marauder. Phoenix Hawk misses the Rifleman, and here we go. PPC, PPC, hit, 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 hit with everything on the Alpha Strike from Marauder into the Rifleman. Loses the right arm. Damage goes into the right torso. We have a critical hit on the hip. Critical hit on the right arm into the AC5. So we lose the arm to get a hit. They probably not getting back up. Crusader deals a whole bunch of damage to the turret. It destroys the Condor through a fuel explosion. Excellent. Wyvern takes a little bit of damage, but it's not that bad. Shoots back at the thing that's already dead, so kind of wasted ammo. Alright. We are just... There's no physicals left to be made. Let's check the round report here. It's going to be coming up. Where are we at in terms of... See, here we go. This is the deceptive thing. We have killed a lot, but if you look, they still have 63% of their BV remaining. Something's coming, or something's out there. So we need to figure out what's going on. They have hidden units. So that... I'm afraid that our allies here, the Trash Can, the 5-6 Sentinel, Lace, the 5-6 Phoenix Hawk, and Tuna, the 5-6 Locust. I mean, they're shooting a prone, no movement rifleman. I think they still got that. Yeah, Locust won't do its job. It bugs me just a little bit. Hey! I guess we'll get ready for another mission. Just cool off. Alright, Banana Peel, you have a new mission. That is just to move forward and bait things out with your chunky self. Hopscotch, you have a similar mission. Here we go. Rifleman attempts to stand up, fails, hits itself again. Doesn't get a hit on itself. Ooh, there's a missed ally I didn't see. Beef Eater. Like the Jinn? Wasp? 5-6? Is the 5-6 here? Are you normally 3-4 if you don't drink? What's going on? But we have 12 feet. We're just gonna fire one PPC. We don't care. We're done. Banana Peel, no shots. We don't need heat, we don't need ammo. That's what allies are for. Heyo, lost the right leg. That snake's not getting up. If that mech survives, it's going to be abandoned. Damage right torso. 6 internal left on the right torso. So all the shots against it. It lives to see the physical attack phase. It's going to be kicked by a Locust and a Phoenix Hawk. See what happens here. It lives. 9 damage to left arm, 4 damage to right torso, critical flaming laser. Come on, eject. Come on, eject. Come on, eject. Salvage, salvage, salvage. Yes! Rifleman salvage. Potential rifleman salvage. We'll see. I only have 50% salvage rights on this. So, if that's all there is, I don't think we're going to be able to get it. But we're not even at 50% of their BV yet. They have other things out there somewhere. In which case, MegaMek defaults to mech radar. So they use sort of like advanced sensors sometimes. And so we're going to see Mag Scan, I believe, is the one that detects sort of like large lumps of metal. It might be able to detect hidden units. We're going to try that. So active probes are actually pretty useful in Mech HQ sometimes. So we're going to... Now that the switch of sensors doesn't apply till next turn, but we're going to go ahead and do that right now for everybody as we're searching forward here. Jumpy boys are definitely going to be jumping around, trying to find where these hidden enemies are. You want to move you in a position where you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great, that'll work. Rifleman destroyed by ejection, and yep, go to pop. There we go. Place. No new surprises. Let's we want to pull out the mini map here. We want to be able to see if our ally pops up a new opponent. Alright, we are not going to commit war crimes, and no, this is BattleTech, the game of war crimes, but I am not going to shoot at the pilot sitting in front of me. That is Desgra. Your gun is going to no. Your gun specifically is not going to do that. He will shoot at the via mobile vehicle, because it is actually relatively unhurt. So, left arm PPC, left arm laser. That's why we have lasers in the arms that we don't normally have the heat for. Or extra firepower and firing arcs. There we go. Done firing. We've discovered the reason. Banana Pea, no shot. The Wyvern, no shots. And Hopscotch, no shots. Exactly. Crew stunned for 1 turn, so it's not going to be able to shoot back at us. And there we go. That's a pretty simple turn. Looks like our allies didn't even really shoot. Skip physicals. Nothing to report. So here we go. Check the BV again. We are not even halfway through our opponents just yet. There's something else that either hasn't arrived or is still hidden somewhere. Because normally you would see, the list of units that, arriving turn blank. I remember seeing that there are hidden units in the MegaMek sort of like launch screen. We know that they're somewhere out there. We just need to find them. Hopscotch, I'm not having you rotate on pavement. No, hopscotch. Banana peel. Wyvern. Get back to the building. Hopscotch, you're jumping right there. We already knew that. There are no heavy forests. There's no forests in this map whatsoever. It is just foliage. So we're not worried about that aim shot. We'll get rid of the mini-map here. Esped is buildings. I actually haven't seen this before. I haven't played that much Mech HQ, particularly 3025 with 50.6. So some of this is brand new stuff to me, and MegaMek gets better every version. It really does. They are adding some really cool stuff. I'm very excited for 50.7 because they are going to be adding faction affiliation, sort of like favor points, which I think will be really cool, particularly for the way we've designed this sort of ongoing thing here. Alright. Marauder. I don't want to commit war. This is the game of war crimes. So hiding behind street poles. Yeah. Invisible somewhere in buildings. I mean, the thing is supposed to hold on and fight for 12 turns. And it is... Let's look at the round report. We are on round 9. So no matter what, I have to stick around for a few more turns. Go. Get the tags. Yep, they kick the tank. Yeah. Yeah, see, here we go. Cicada and Ostrock. There's a Cicada and an Ostrock hidden somewhere. Oh, the Ostrock! I want the Ostrock. I'm a big fan of that one. So, here's the question. Can I click this and will it take me to where they are? Can I cheat? Can I cheat? Yes, I can. I can kind of cheat. They're somewhere down there. The Ostrock. Also somewhere down there. They might be in the water. They gotta be in the water. Alright, alright. Played a little cheaty here, but I think if we really thought about it, like, I don't want to destroy the building. There we go. We have Widow popping up in a Vedette. 4-5, AC-5 machine gun. Alright, let's let our allies move. They are all done moving. So, their gun, you are going to walk up to the water. Move the ribbon around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hopscotch. What? Oh, we got the surprise. Hopscotch found the Ostrock. Hopscotch found the Ostrock. Point blank shots for Ostrock. Ivy at Hopscotch. Right arm. Section destroyed. Damage transfers. Left arm. Section destroyed. Damage transfers. Medium laser. Right leg. Section destroyed. Now, I know for a fact we're still in the age of single heat sinks, and the Ostrock does not have enough heat sinks to fire all of those guns. So this thing is going to overheat. Yep. Oh, look at the very bottom there. Stinger Hopscotch detects a hidden unit in Hex 1235. Oh boy. Oh really? Do you think so? Do you think so, Hopscotch? Do you think so? Alright. Okay. Well, thankfully, main character is right there, and we're gonna return the favor here. Yeah, hidden units is one of the only times you're gonna see weapon fire in the movement phase. So, all right, here we go. And if you look, everybody's shooting at that Ostrock. So, yeah, maybe it'll tell us here. Ostrock. Heat, yep, heat doesn't apply yet, but it's got 15 heat sinks. It fired 2 large lasers and 2 medium. So that is 16, 19, 22 heat. Yeah, it's going to be up a bit. Not horrible, but up quite a bit. And you know what? You just took out our guy. Cluster, they got a lot of shots off first. So Airgun probably isn't shooting first. We're alpha striking. We're returning the pain. And Banana Peel, you've got... What do we got? You got shots on 10s? 17% chance. You know what? You're Banana Peel. You're aggressive. You'd want the revenge shot. You're making him. Alright. Done firing. Same for Weirburn. You are going to gain a little bit of heat. Not firing the alarms on 12 though. And no guns left. So, yeah. Not looking good for Hopscotch. We may have lost another Stinger, but it is also just a Stinger, and we have a Phoenix Hawk we're fixing up, and we might be able to get an Ostrock. Now, the problem with all of our allies, you know, just sort of everyone shooting at the Ostrock, is we forget that our allies suck. And so they are missing on a stationary target over and over and over and over again. Now the Ostrock does still get to fire another gun. It fires an SRM-4 at our Marauder and hits for 4 damage. Here we go. Oh! Ostrock has narrow, low profile. Oh, we want this thing. Screw the Rifleman. We want the Ostrock. Glancing blow. Glancing blow. Glancing blow. Ouch. Medium laser, full damage. Second medium laser, glancing blow. Woo. Bam. Must make one piloting skill. Falls. Excellent. We're doing alright here. Hopscotch is going to survive. I'm probably just going to Hopscotch eject, just to save her. Although ejecting can cause more damage, so she's probably just going to... Still, yeah, Ostrock, 10 heat. You win initiative. Here we go, here we go. Alright. So... Yeah, so it's not that the Stinger is prone, it's that it lost its right arm, its left arm, its right leg, and right torso. It's got no guns left anywhere. So if we... Where is it? Eject. Do you want to ban this unit? Yes. Needs a 7. 4 ejected plus 5 mechas prone to humanity and terrain. We don't want to risk that. Can we get up then eject? You know, we're just gonna, oop, wrong button. Meant the Ostrak, got it. So we're just gonna hope that, no, the Princess is pretty merciless, so we're gonna try the eject. Do you want to ban this unit? Yes. Yes. We'll get it back. No worries. Alright, let's make sure our allies have made all of their movements. There's the cicada. Trash can found the cicada and got hit. So you lost that here. Alright. Allies have made all their movements. Wyvern. You're gonna jump forward and try to protect Hopscotch. Save our friend. And how much movement does the Marauder have left? Gonna want... I forget, does this thing have heat sinks in the legs? Let's find out. No. Why does it not have heat sinks in the legs? Ah, because they're all double heat sinks and they are nowhere to be found. That would explain it. So, being in the water doesn't really help us other than cover, but that's 1, 2, 3. Obviously, let's put in minimum range of the guns. We want to move forward and try to kick. I think we're going to guess. We're going to move forward just a little bit, because that'll let us move forward and try to kick in the following turn. Banana peel. Well, it's not just that doubles can't, inner sphere doubles can't go the legs, but also, if you look, it doesn't actually have heat sinks in any location. It is only the in-engine heat sinks that are in this thing. In which case, yeah, we're gonna take out Ivy. We are gonna get revenge. Or at least some revenge. 2 PPCs worth of revenge. Oh, Cicada's almost in that golden spot. Still on 10s. So his medium lasers on 12. Skip fire. Not gonna bother. We abandon. Hopscotch. You are in that arc for you. Small laser, SRM. Let's do this. Oh, Hopscotch. Skip. I was like, who am I selected that's trying to fire? It's the pilot. Oh, look at that. We got a crit. Left arm critical. Hits the upper arm, hits the shoulder. It's gonna be a lot harder to shoot with that arm. Ostrak, medium, SRM 4. Right leg, glancing blow. We're doing good. Cicada hits with a medium, hits with a small. Not overly concerned with that. Alright. Our own allied Soul is hitting for a bunch of damage here. Going to be overheating. Oh no, punch, good. Well, we're not as good punching. We lost some punching on it. Yeah, so far in this mission, it's been going pretty smooth, other than Hopscotch's Stinger basically being trashed again. So we're really hoping we get repairs done pretty soon on that Phoenix Hawk borer. Here we go, Cicada is not doing well. Physical attacks, none. Physical attacks, you're gonna kick, or no, you can't kick for some reason. Are we in a level difference? Yes, we are. Punch. Yes. Punch misses. Phoenix Hawk, or allied Phoenix Hawk, kicks the Ostrak, hits. Our allied sentinel kicks a cicada, and they're not doing too hot. They are not doing. I definitely we're gonna hit 75% BV destroyed. We're gonna get salvage, but the question is, what's gonna be left? All right, let's let our allies all move. Well, that thing's prone. Hasn't moved yet. We're actually going to move the Marauder up forward because I want to kick it. I want to kick it. If it stands up, I want to kick it. I want to blow up its legs and have the pilot eject so we can salvage it. That's my goal. And yeah, let's get moving. We're just staying still. Yeah, 2 hits. Lost rock. Yeah. What's recoverable? 5 damage to the head. Oh, 5 damage to the head. It's 1 hit. Oh man, it just keeps trying to stand and failing. It is not doing too great. Here we go. Ooh. Medium range PPCs on Ivy. Still at 8, but I think we're going to just medium cluster shot it. Banana peel. Can you do anything worthwhile? Are you capable of doing something worthwhile? Just fire your lasers. There we go. Made all of our shots. Marauder. 5 damage to the head. 1 internal remaining. 1 internal remaining. We got an LB coming in. No head hit on the LB, sadly. Oh. So close to that perfect salvageable headshot. So close. It's got 1 left. There we go. Plethora shots for the allies. 2 damage to the head. Head destroyed. It's gone. Please. No more damage to it. Please keep missing. Thank you, Ossoul, for missing. Thank you, Sentinel, for missing. Oh, we're getting the Ossoul. We're getting the Ossoul in not terrible shape. I mean, it took a bunch of damage, but oof. All that's left is Salmon. Oh, I should have kicked there, punched there. Oh well. Let's see what the BV is. Oh, we hit the 75%. So the cicada surrendered. Do you want to save a GIF? Yes. Put up the pause screen here. Save the record to salvage. Yeah, scenario typically states the victor retains battlefield control. We won. We definitely won, so we control the battlefield. Alright. Crusader, undamaged. Marauder, undamaged. Wyvern, undamaged. Stinger, inoperable. Hopscotch just got a bad run of luck on that one. It does not take much to damage a Stinger, though. Alright, we'll accept that. Vidette medium tank. I never saw it. I'm gonna go ahead and say escaped, but yeah, we're going for the Osrock. Oh, that puts it 46%, so we really can't claim much of anything else. But ammo. What do these guys have for ammo? Medium laser SRM2. We don't really have any SRM2s. We could try to grab the cicada and go over and have to repay it, but that isn't really worthwhile. Hard for them to send of any real ammo we want to claim. Yeah, exactly. But that's a who cares. We never saw it. If it escaped, it escaped. I don't care about the salvage. Alright. And Saracen medium hover tank. You have LRM-10 ammo. LRM-10 swarm ammo. What can we fit that salvage in there? Yes, we can. I'm going to strip that LRM 10, and I might swap out. Oh, the Wyvern has LRM 10, so there we go. We've got ammo for that thing. Next, captured, killed. Well, good. Ostrok was. We didn't get it. Wasp. Oh, I don't remember. Thunderhead, Cicada, Saracen. Rifleman, I'm definitely giving the air gun. There we go. Next. Oh, yeah. We got that. We got that. This was a decisive victory for sure. Finish. Purple heart for Hopscotch. Alright. One mission down in record time. Let's keep going here. So let's pair bay. Take a look what we got here. So we are going to go back into the hangar here, find that Saracen, and set its pair status to strip. We want just to strip the ammo and stuff out of it. Pair bay, instant. Use up the time that we have with our few mechanics. Now the problem is, I just realized, is we don't have a mechanic to work on the Saracen. So we might actually want to check in on the personnel market here. Two problems with the random market. Number one, there should not be any battle armor techs for the Lyran Commonwealth in 3025. Doesn't make any sense to me. And yeah, I don't see any tech. I see some mech warriors here that are better than mine, but comes with a Wasp, comes with a Stinger. Oh, here we go, mechanic. How did I miss that? I was looking for vehicle tech. The technical word that we're looking for is actually mechanic, so hello, mechanic. Yeah. That is all we needed from here. And we are going to assign new tech to that. And just keep advancing. Making repairs each day. Double checking this log. Nobody forced maintenance on Phoenix Hawk. Because our guys aren't good enough. So we are actually going to... We're just going to unassign everybody. Let's just go right to the Phoenix Hawk. Missing a right arm, missing a right leg. See, I have an extra mech warrior already. So Hopscotch has jumping jack and is a 4/4. Other than our main character here, she's the best, in which case we should also assign her a rank of, I'll put corporal. Right, then we have Private Grace as a 5/5, another sort of starting mech warrior here. That kind of unremarkable. So there really is no actual benefit or difference to assigning any of our other mech warriors, other than the fact that, you know, Banana Peel has been rather unhelpful. We could hire, but also that, you know, budget-wise, what do we got here? Regular. Oh, this person has a grudge. Regular 5/5. No. Veteran 4/3. Donald doesn't get involved unless he has to. Other people's problems, moral dilemmas, or even bigger pictures don't concern him. He's focused on what directly affects him and ignores the rest. I have a feeling Irgun would sit down with him in the interview and be like, "You're old and I don't like your attitude." So we're going to skip that. We have an elite vehicle driver. Ooh. No. So we changed the way experience accumulates at the start of this to give us a little bit more than standard, because this isn't a personal game we play over and over again over expanded time. I want more experience so we can level these guys up. So we're just gonna keep going. Oh, turnover check. Continue. We're good. We're good. Happy New Year, Captain! Woo! From an Aztec. RP, another year of the same crap. Yay. Here's a great start year ahead. Captain, employer has a delivery ready for us. Well, we don't have... This is that usual... If we had our own convoy, we could get 16 tons. Instead, we're going to get 4 tons. Just balanced. Give us balanced. Lower leg actuator, mech left leg, accept. There we go. Support person of the year. Our elite HR. Issue awards. Alright, incoming transmission. Captain, I need to bring an important development to your attention regarding the prisoners we captured during this operation. An enemy officer is reaching out through official channels with an offer to ransom back the personnel. They're willing to pay 2,000 for... Yeah, sure. A little bit of money. Don't care. Alright. Loading. Thing of death. Of doom. Convoys arrived. Unit market. We are broke as fuck, but pardon my French there. We cannot afford anything. Personnel. We've got nobody we're interested in. Wait, what is this guy? Motorized sub-platoon? No. Alright. Long-range sensors detect no enemy activity in the area of operation. We might be hitting some buttons. Parts needed report. Required 16, missing 12, unavailable. Inventory is 0, transit 0 on order. We have only plus to order. So... Order. Normally there's an order all button, but it's not appearing for some reason. Sometimes it just doesn't show up in the user interface. Can't tell you why it doesn't. But there we go. We ordered one of everything. Let's shrink this. So, just like the battle armor text shouldn't exist, I'm also going to say that the land air mech pilot here shouldn't exist, despite the fact that it has a gunnery 3, piloting 3, and an interest in mythology. They are also the most expensive pilots to recruit. So, considering how broke we are, and that even though we have 1.5 mil, I don't know how far we're going to stretch that. We're not bringing on a incredibly expensive guy. Scenario frontline engagement. All right, hangar. Take a look. A Phoenix Hawk still missing things, but it's not. Ooh. Pen that wasn't there. Ignore the pop-up. It never existed. All right, repair bay. Okay. Crusader. Alright, we're going out with what we got. Let's take a look at this. Briefing room. Frontline engagement. 8,000 BV, allies. We're gonna go for this. So, area of operations, finished, deployment, send. Our guys out. Second mission of the night. The enemy is fully committed to battle along the front line, engaging our forces in a direct confrontation. Your mission is to break their offensive by defeating at least 50% of their forces. This engagement is a decisive clash. Victory here will shift the momentum in the war in our favor. Expect a determined enemy response. They will not withdraw easily and may attempt to reinforce their position as losses mount. Strike hard, exploit weaknesses, and maintain battlefield control. This is not a delay action. This is a battle for dominance. The victor will control the battlefield at the end of the engagement, securing salvage and eliminating any remaining resistance. Ensure that when the dust settles, it is our forces standing over the wreckage. Crush them and claim the field. Your employer has deployed you alongside to integrate your force. Comm center, additional allied ground forces are approaching the area. Alright. Put up the loading screen here. Commence drop. Screen. Let's go back to the game. Alright, so we are in 3026 now. We have made it past 3025 intro year. We are, as always, going to double check the game options and set the victory conditions. Destroy enemy BV. We want 51%. Okay. I see. Start southwest, start southwest, start southwest. And there we go. Everything looks hunky-dory. We have to check the weather. What is the weather? Dusk dawn, clear, wind, strong gale. That's going to affect missiles. I'm done. We're doing it. Uh-oh. What is this? What is this? Oh, gosh. Where are we deploying from again? Oh, is this torrential? Rapids. Oh boy, we do not want to be in rapids. Okay, Crusader, a lovely, terrible, horrible pilot. You're gonna start right there so you can use. Yeah, this should be very interesting. Our allies are not making it on here. Our enemies aren't going to have a very good time either. Juno. Look at Juno over here in the rapids. So, yeah, Banana Peel's going to start in the rapids. And so when you have to make the PSR when you enter the hex, not necessarily when you leave it. So if we start her in the rapids moving away, actually this would be a better position. She just can immediately use minimum movement if she has to get out of the water. Boom. Done. Air gun, you'll be fine there, moving out. And this is the point we have to check. Are your jump jets in your legs? There's 2 jump jets in your legs, which means there's 2 jump jets not in your legs. There we go. We'll be able to jump 2 out of the water. Yeah, we don't want to stay in the rapids. Rapids are bad. Rapids are not good. We'll get out there as soon as possible. The faster we get out, the faster we can take advantage of our foes being stupid. We just encountered a problem here. Wyvern was going to jump to this location, but that's where the Crusader needs to go. So the Wyvern is actually going to jump there. That'll be fine. Crusader, jump that, run there, and you're good. Alright, we are almost out of the water with everybody. We will be fine in just a minute. We got no shots anywhere. No physicals we want to make. And here we go. Continuing on. Now, our allies are going to be struggling to get out through the rapids here. So we have a quad, which gets an advantage on PSR. So the quad might be able to do something. And then, what is it, Blackjack? Yeah, Blackjack, 5-6 Blackjack trying to make his way through the rapids. I don't expect to see it contributing to the fight much. So let's just keep on keeping on. Send the Marauder forward. Wyvern forward. Banana peel. Banana peel, I'm not making you do a PSR. You're moving carefully forward. Alright, we've got Juno. A 3/4 in a stinger. Not really afraid of that 3/4. We have Plasma, the 4/5 in a Vulcan. Gerbil. What is Gerbil piloting? What is Gerbil piloting? A Trebuchet, 4/5, Gerbil. Gerbil, you're my favorite. Just Karat, carrot. I saw karat as in karate without an E, but carrot is in, you know, quality of stone or whatever, and a dragon. Alright, alright. Dragon reference to gems, possibly. I'm okay with this. We have Bunny and Blender. Okay, doesn't say which is which, but we have an archer. I want the archer. I want the archer. I really do. Pike support vehicle, which really isn't scary, but then we have a 4/5 and a 4/5. But here's the question: what is Mordred? That looks big. It's an awesome. I know what I would pick as salvage. There's just one option that is truly awesome. And it is Mordred. That's just so fitting. Mordred the Awesome. Alright. We've seen our enemies. None of them are targetable. Their guns can be doing pretty much all the work here. No physicals. Done. We win initiative. We're gonna let our allies all move. They have. Great. What even is that red spot? Doesn't say. It just looks like ooh! Woods! I think you'll be plenty happy plopping yourself in those woods and staying still. Feel like that's gonna be a good option. Banana peel. Well, we're gonna move forward. There you go. Banana peel, move forward. There we go. On it. Alright, Juno and Plasma. Well, looks like Plasma's the only good target. Double check there's not somebody else hidden. Now, fun thing, if you're playing MegaMek and you're trying to, you know, cipher through and see what all of targets are, there is actually a handy next target button. Now, it doesn't go through everything that's an actual target. It goes through all theoretically possible targets, just to make sure that, because MegaMek doesn't always get everything exactly right, so but you can just cycle through all of the theoretically possible targets and cycle through. So this is the best one with the PPC. We've got 11s for 2 PPCs. We've got the heat to do it, might as well do it. Banana peel. No shots for banana peel. Wyvern. I should have swapped Hopscotch out on the Wyvern. I should have swapped to get Hopscotch in this Wyvern instead of Arso, excuse me. But Arso's a 5/5. This is Arso's mech. I think quite literally it's his mech. Got a shot on 12. We've got the heat. We're gonna do it. Miss, 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 miss. We're back in Mississippi. Sorry, you don't need me jamming along. But I'm feeling this one. I'm playing some copyright-free, streamer-friendly synthwave. You like it? Want me to turn the volume up? Let me know. If it's too loud, also let me know. Alright, we're burning. Oh, this is physical attack still. Yeah, we're good. We don't need physical attack. Done. Alright, we want initiative again. Let's cycle through our allies. We're done cycling through our allies. Banana peel, run forward. Just a marauder, you're just gonna go into the woods. River, can you just actually run back there? No. And jump. Alright, well, they successfully hid from our main character, though no shots, sadly. Burn, no. How much heat you generate firing everything that's not your LRM? 5? We're good. Banana peel. There's your right arm laser. There's your right arm laser. I'll let you do that. Done. Not like that Stinger actually has that many guns to try to take out a Crusader with. Physicals. Oh, I should have kicked. I skipped too fast. Oh well. The allies go. All of our allies have gone. Here. Let's see, 6. We can do that. See what the wherever. Jump into those woods. Perfect. Aha! You have fallen for my trap. Medium laser, medium laser. Solid shot. Done. Machine gun, laser. That's from full ammo? Yes. Done. More burn. It's all on 12s. Large laser on 12, I'm okay with that. Alright. Laser hits, laser miss. Solid shot hits, but it's low profile. Hits with a flamer. Nothing particularly interesting report here. Here's where things get fun. Kick! 94% chance. Yes, we're kicking it. Trying to kick 41? Yes. Banana peel, of course, is going to go for the kick. Everybody's kicking. Crusader got kicked. Marauder successfully kicked. Vulcan failed. Crusader successfully kicked. Excellent. Then we have the rear burn, which also successfully kicked and destroyed the left leg of the Vulcan. We are making progress here. Look at that. One hit. Boom. Boom. We want initiative. Now these are the easy targets. We still have the big monstrosities to deal with. But if we get these out of the way so that they aren't acting in our rear, we can move forward. So honestly, the Marauder, I'm just not just gonna stay still. We actually might want a 1, 3 back up. Can you torso kick after that? No. We'll move the. Well, make sure our allies are all gone. They have. Ah, building's too tall. We're gonna do that. Let the Stinger move. And let Banana Peel chase. Vulcan tried to stand up 2 hits. Excellent. We're not gonna waste any ammo left on this guy. Come on, I hit the F button. Fire, fire. There we go. Done. Yeah. breach the awesome. That is a great idea. Oh, nope, no. Range low high. I'm trying to move the medium laser, not range. Low high. Medium laser. No, every time I try to move the medium laser, the board resets for some reason. So, there we go. Laser, laser, gun, gun. That's the room. Yes. Shit, no, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to kick. I forgot the Astros are the legs. Ah, right. Rudder. Right arm destroyed. Rudder shoots, destroys the right arm of the Vulcan. Hits the other laser. Nothing interesting to report there. The Crusader shoots the medium laser. Destroys the right leg of the Stinger. Boom. 2 damage transports right torso rear. Ooh, critical on hip. Critical on leg. Shot with one, you can't click with the other. Thank you. I don't think I've ever actually used a mech with guns in its legs. I've played a lot of random mechs. You know, you know I played the salvage a lot. I've never actually played with a mech with guns in its legs, so I'm not entirely familiar with all those rules. And nothing much of interesting to report left. Now we are on to physicals. We are going to kick. Yes. We are going to kick. Yes. Like, the Crusader has guns and has armor. It does a job. You know, it's there. It's not the most threatening, but it is beef. I respect the Crusader. You're on round 7. So our allies are not going to dive into the water just yet. They still have 93% of their BV left. They are possibly about to abandon those units. You're right. No, Crusader Marauder is definitely a good combo. Alright. Well. We're just going to just move the kick. Crusader's just not going to move. The Marauder does want to eventually get in position to try to deal some damage to these guys up here, who, mind you, are not moving and clearly not going anywhere. I don't think they want to risk the rapids. Same for all of these. Carrot hasn't moved. Gerbil hasn't moved. So quite frankly, right now, that Marauder can kind of just get in position and snipe at them one by one. First, we have to deal with Plasma here. And you know what? Plasma's going to try to get up and fail. And we're just going to let... See? No, Stinger tries to get up and fails. Gerbil fell already. There you go. Yeah, look at that. Look at all that. Center torso is almost gone on that thing. I'm just gonna leave it alone. It's lost its leg. Either they're gonna abandon the unit, or it's gonna keep trying to stand up and destroy the pilot. So Crusader destroys the left leg, destroys the jump jet. Lasers and machine guns. Stinger shoots back the Crusader. Hits for 5. Oh no. Wyvern. Right leg. Destroys the right torso. Yeah. These kicks are probably going to destroy that Stinger. Kick. Needs a 1. That's an auto hit. Kick. Needs a 4. Not quite up. There we go. 13 damage to center torso from the Crusader's foot. That's enough to nuke it. Alright, they are at 90%. They still have the majority of their forces, but like I said, we are in a good position to just isolate them. Let's let our allies try to move forward here. And now send the Marauder to... We're going to want to head down this path. I'm not too worried about PSRs. At least not with the Marauder. Banana peel didn't fall. Turbo falls. Looks like we have no shots anywhere. So we are just moving forward. We do not want to kick any buildings. I am enjoying some of these jams. Alright, banana peel. We might actually be getting close to it. I'm gonna walk here, so we avoid PSRs at this point. That's a level 3, so you can jump over it. Well, not quite yet. Level 1. You have 4 jump. Oh, there we go. Height 5. Height 5. This is height 3. Only the center's height 3. That's interesting. What's the construction factor on that? 100. Yeah, you're good to jump there. Plasma tries to stand up to 3 hits. Ooh, this is a good jam. Give me 1 second. Whatever this track is, this is going into good jams like section. There we go. And no shots. Banana peel, can you shoot? No, you can't. Wyvern, no shots either. No melee. Hold on. A blackjack named Afro. That feels bad. That feels bad. But let's just keep going. No physicals of these guys, but attacks. B1 initiative again. Then we have a whole bunch of weirdos just sort of steadying around in water. Afro runs forward, ignores plasma, which is the right call. Crusader, you are going to run forward because I want you to soak up shots. That is your job right now. Soak up as many shots as you can. Marauder can't quite get into shooting range just yet. Wyvern can actually get in a position where the dragon can't shoot. Gerbil can, but Gerbil has a bunch of LRMs and that's minimum range, so... Oh, but we would be exposing ourselves to these guys. That position. So we might not want that. Instead... Yeah, I would rather not expose my back to the awesome and archer. I know the ranges might still be bad, but I think this is the better move. Yeah. Well, actually, no. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we can just calculate the distance. That is 13 hexes, so that is medium range. 3 hexes, jump, 3 jump, medium range 4, base 4, they stood still. No, I do not like those odds. We're gonna jump there. Yeah. So we have here, let's move a little closer. Height 3, height 5, next to level 1. Here we have height 3. Actually, you know what? I meant to do this. We're game board. So, when I'm playing, I prefer high quality Saxabarba, this one, but we might want to try isometric because this not particularly good for this map because the elevation doesn't really change. But there is an ability, an option for more interesting terrain here. High quality isometric. Let's try that. Supposedly, this will create an interesting difference in the levels of terrain, but I'm not actually seeing it with this one. We are going to go back to HQ Sexarba. Yeah. We're gonna move back to high quality. The isometric wasn't making much of a difference, but I do still like Sexarba better than the isometric there. In a different map where you could, it's more important to see level changes, I might try switching back again. But for the moment, that's what we got. No shots. All right, Banana Peel. What do you got? Oh, you restocked LRM ammo. You actually have some shots. Oh, and it's at that perfect short range, but you're still shooting on 10s. You're still trying it. You got those lerms. Use the lerms. Use the lerms. Oh, standing on the bridge. Hold on. Okay, the bridge has a construction factor of 100, meaning we're not going to be able to deal 50 damage to it, so we're still going to target the mech. Nothing. We're living in Mississippi because everybody misses. Skipping melee. $89 done. Alright. Banana Peel. You're doing your important thing. And moving forward, try to soak up damage, even if you fall. Which you did not. Great. Flavor. We want to put those tall buildings in between us and them. That work there? Not quite. That was there. Yes. Walk forward there. Perfect. Yeah! Plasma finally ejects. Alright, the important thing now is to try to get the PSR on the dragon so it falls in water. So, here we go. Boop, boop. Zone 52. This is a solid slug on 8s. 9s. Yeah, we're gonna use the ammo. Use it. So maybe not. We're doing it. We're trying it. Banana Peel. Are you shooting on 11s? 14s. And 8s. Well, clearly we're shooting on the 8s, aren't we? Stay heat neutral this turn. And from you. You might want to just blast through everything because you can jump out. The dragon has narrow, low profile. What mech? How many mechs have that? Good gosh, dime a dozen. Dime a dozen with that freaking quirk. We still get the PSR though. That's 5-5-10. That's the PSR, the dragon in the water. Let's hope it drowns. Let's hope it's not a water dragon. Medium laser. See, well, here now I'm taking advantage of the glancing blow. And Crusader hits. Crusader does some damage. So does the Wyvern. Our 5-5 pilots are doing something. The dragon falls. Excellent. Bang. Alright. Kick. Yes. They exchange kicks. They both make their saves. Alright, they're 84%. We gotta get them at 50. I mean, Crusader... Does the gerbil have jump jets? No. Take a step forward. Take a step forward. Block them off. Let all my allies move. They have... I mean... Marauder... I'm just gonna have you stand still. Oh. And same for Wyvern. I'm gonna block off Gerbil. Nobody has TMM. We're gonna go for it again on the dragon. 5s. And lasers. Done. Make your shots, banana peel. These shots are kind of appealing. Ha ha ha. Here we go. 5, 10, 5. 2 damage to the head. There's the PSR and a head hit. Sadly, a glancing blow to the head, but Trebuchet shoots back, hits the Marauder, a glancing blow, miss. Full damage, plenty armor left. Dragon fires. Dragon has an AC2. I'm sorry, a mech called a dragon should never have an AC2. That's pitiful. Never liked the dragon mech. Crusader hits with a laser, hits with a machine gun, hits with the SRM, hits the head with the SRM. Boom. The dragon and the trebuchet both survive their PSRs. But let's see how long they last when they're being kicked. There we go. No crit. Crusader missed. Everything's okay. Alright. They won initiative. They just end up... Right now we've locked Gerbil here so that Gerbil can't get out. Let's make sure all of our allies move first in their little stuck water pods, except for Afro, who is not helping us whatsoever. Crusader, your job is to take damage, so you're going to stay still. Wyvern, you want to wait until Gerbil is dead or is moving so you can move because you're going to lock him in position. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move there. That's 3. That would be minimum range, but also short range for lasers. You're just going to stay still. Like, every time I look at a dragon, it just looks like a dude with a beer belly. I realize that the whole, like, front thing is supposed to be the head of the dragon with a cockpit, not actually part of the head, but I just see a giant guy with a beer belly. That's all I can see looking at it. Here we go. See miss. See hit. Medium laser hit. Medium laser miss. So we don't get the PSR again this turn. But come on. Satyr not pulling weight. Trebuchet not doing too good on the standing still Marauder. Trebuchet blacks out. Second pilot hit with a small laser from the Wyvern. We're doing good. Head hit rerolled with edge from a medium laser. 5 damage left torso. Still a good amount of armor remaining. 3 hits on the Trebuchet here. Physical attacks. We're gonna kick. It's immobile. We're gonna kick. Left leg destroyed. I think we're good for an unconscious pilot with a destroyed leg to, if they wake up, eject. Might want to avoid hurting it anymore to preserve the salvage. In which case, Wyvern, you're gonna jump. Ooh, no. What's the PSI there? Nope. Do that. Marauder. I'm going to stand still again. Banana peel. You can move there. That puts the dragon in short range. Oh, I like trebuchets. Trebuchet is just like a BV efficient medium weight missile platform. They can do some work. Trying this. Get rid of that dragon. Large laser. Oh no, that's, you want the dragon with a large laser. There you go. 10 damage. Left arm destroyed. Alright, making progress. Ooh. Okay. Hit with attack, miss. We're alright, we're alright. I mean, missed with getting the critical. Right torso. We're losing it. We're making damage. Critical hit on upper leg. Yes. Alright, Banana Peel, you're making... There we go. Ammo explosion. In right torso. 2 slick 80 damage. Yeah, that's gonna blow up the CT. That's salvage gone. I mean, it gets rid of the mech. That's not a problem, but we want the salvage. Hey, the trebuchet wakes up. And then attempts to stand and takes another pilot hit. I already know. Doesn't display yet, but I already know that's what happened. Alright, Crusader. You get you. You're gonna back up and turn. You're gonna get ready to cross that bridge. You're not gonna risk falling on the bridge. We do not want to skid off the bridge. And this height 5, height 3. Yep, see? 4 hits, blacks out. You know what? Ooh, hit on 12. Right. Oh, we're minimum range. What's the laser? 36? Yeah. Skip fire. You're not gonna make any shots. And we're not gonna kick the bridge, we're gonna try to walk across. That sounds like very counterproductive. Crusader, you go first. You're the bullet sponge. He wants to sneakily move forward. Alright, we've got shots. 2 PPCs on 9. Or 11. Well, we're looking at the 9s. Let's save the LB10. Cluster 52. Only 10 shots. We're going to save those. Banana peel. Banana? Banana, can you shoot anything at 12s? No. Keep going. Alright, physical tattoo now. This is a jam. Keep going. Not be the worst spot for Crusader. I think the Marauder, because of the improved piloting, might actually want to put them in the water. Just for the +1/+2 hit, missed legs. That seems to be the most defensible position to shoot from. And 1 hex of not rapids. Oh, it's depth 0. It's not actually water. That's how they're moving around a little bit. It's deceptive. It's depth 0. The depth 1 is rapids. We're gonna make work on the awesome range higher up. It's going okay. We have a bunch of allies who spawned in rapids, or basically in depth 0s next to rapids. We have Romeo and Puffy over here, who can't make it to help us. We have Afro, who could, in theory, walk over and help us, but is choosing not to for some reason. And then our enemies are also stuck in they spawned on the side of the map, surrounded by rapids, but they're on depth 0, which is effectively just regular ground. So right now, we have to try to take out, effectively 1 by 1, an archer and an awesome. I want to salvage the awesome, but we'll see. There's also Pike support vehicle there. The AC2s. Ugh. Packs are gross. No, we're gonna go ahead and shoot the awesome, even though it's on 11s, because we want to try. One PPC hit. Cluster misses. Yeah, it is awesome. AC2s. Oh, we got a head hit on air gun from a Marauder. No, from the awesome. But it's not going to be easy trading shots here. You're right, but air gun has the better shots. Air gun has the narrow, low profile. If you can find a good spot to shoot from, it's going to make all the difference. The problem is there isn't really a good spot to shoot from unless he goes into the depth 1 rapids. So we're going to see what that looks like exactly in just a second. Alright, we won initiative. What is that PSR? 3. Great. We're doing that. And then Banana Peel is moving 1 step forward. Effectively what we're going to do is we're going to have Banana Peel stand there as the Crusader and be the better shot. Be the better target. Oh, we can't jump over the height 5, so we can't actually jump to the hex we want to jump to. Which is sad. We'll go there. 3. Right there, like that. Yep. Awesome hit, awesome hit, awesome hit. Alright, boom. That was an awesome exchange for me. Hey! Alright, now the Marauder's going to stay still anymore. Dangerous thing to do, I know. Same for the Crusader. We can jump there. Fire, fire, AC-10 cluster, fire. Gunfire. There we go. Arm 10. Short range. Fire. Done. AC-2s. Stupid AC-2s. Awesome. Misses every shot. Excellent. With a 3, a 3, and a 2. We shoot back. We miss. Gross. We hit with the LB-10. 4 pips. And we miss everything else. We're living in Mississippi. Mippipippy. 1 Mippippy. Mippipippy. 2 Mippipippy. It's not actually getting... So it's depth 0, so it doesn't actually get any of the extra cooling. Let's see the heat from round... 19. Does it go all the way to heat? Yeah, because if you look, it gains 32 heat, sinks 28, is now 5 heat. So it is still gaining heat. Yep. No. It took me halfway through this game, at least, to realize that that is depth 0 water. Yeah. So the Awesome is going to gain heat. The Marauder's going to get the better of the exchange, but also it doesn't have as much armor. All we're trying to do right now, make the Crusader a better target. And just have bait. Well, part of the problem is it's rapids. It's not just depth 1 water, it's rapids. And so it's an extra difficult PSR. We're just gonna use up my LRM ammo on this. We're still shooting the Marauder for some reason. Alright, Marauder. Hit. 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 Great. PSR. SR2s at the Wyvern with AC2s. Just a lot of little itty-bitty stupid hits. Awesome. PPC at the Marauder. Glancing blow. Glancing blow. Left leg behind cover. We're doing alright. 2 armor remaining on the left arm. Awesome's at 9 heat. I don't know why they're not shooting the Crusader. What would the Crusader's PR speed? 5? No, that's not. That is not worth doing. Crusader's just gonna keep staying still. Jump there, so we can jump there and then head in. Mordred. Keep shooting at Mordred. Can't shoot, that's okay, put him to do that. Alright, PPC 1. Hits. PPC 2 hits. LB10 hits. No head hits yet. Tracer AC2s miss, hit. 1 damage to the Crusader. Awesome's PPCs only fires 2. Needs 9s, miss. Crusader hits with an LRM 15 on the Awesome. 2 damage to right leg. Possible critical, nothing. Alright. Awesome falls. 5 damage to center torso, 3 damage to left torso. 1 head hit. Excellent. Progress is being made. Physical attacks. We ain't got none. Alright, we lost initiative. Doesn't actually matter that much here. Allies are moving. We're gonna just go ahead and jump forward here with the Wyvern. Stand still with the Crusader. Stand still with the Marauder. Gerbil finally ejects. Gerbil finally ejects. Maybe now Afro will run forward and help us out. Alright. Awesome. Fire. Done. Crusader. It's actually 11s, running only 2 shots left. We're not going to use our last shots on 11s. Skip. Large laser, short range. Awesome's on 10s. 9s. Tank is on 9. Tank I don't really care about. We're gonna keep firing at the Awesome. Done. Marauder, PPC miss. PPC miss. LB10 miss. First turn of all misses in a minute. AC2 tracers. No hit, no damage. Hit, no damage. Okay. Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, wonderful people of the jury, we have here an LRM 20 in 3026 with anti-TSM ammo. Fires green smoke. What? Is there now smoke in the hex with the Marauder? Yeah, green smoke. Anti-TSM. Does that affect... Does he now in smoke? Does he get the coverage? But yeah! Yeah! Anti-TSM ammo on that archer. Let's hold on. Look at it. Alarm 20, right torso. Alarm 20, thunder. 0-2, 1 shot. Anti-TSM, 2 turns. Smoke, 3 turns. So, that archer has no long-range damage left. I'm just gonna count it as when that awesome dies, I'm claiming victory. I'm claiming victory because if that archer can't fire. Yeah, anti-triple strength my armor ammo. That's what it has. Also has smoke rounds. No, not just bad. Time-traveling gremlins. Like, that archer is being equipped by time-traveling gremlins. That's the only possibility here. Confirmed, time-traveling gremlins exist. At least in the MegaMek universe. And we won. Because if you look, they are at 46% BV. So they just surrendered. We got the auto win condition. They just surrendered. Put up the loading screen here. I'm going to save the GIF. Oh! 3026. So, 1 year off, because this is 3026. Alright, so we are back to the game here itself. So, the scenario template states that the victor retains the battlefield control. Do you want to declare your size controlling battlefield? Yes. We are okay damage-wise. Next. Her gun took a hit. Don't like that. The awesome did not escape. That archer did not escape, and neither did that pike. No. They surrendered. We won. I'm taking that awesome. Can't also take... Alright. I'm gonna need money. So I'm gonna sell that trebuchet. Claiming the awesome. Yeah, I don't want the archer. I have the choice of the awesome or the archer. I'm taking the awesome. Next. Capture. Sure. Next. Alright. Trebuchet kind of killed itself. The Vulcan kind of killed itself. But I'm going to give the kill to the credit to Ergun. Trebuchet was... They were everybody's kicking. I can't claim it. Dragon was definitely Ergun. There we go. Boom. Victory. Finish. That is 2 missions here. So, Half Little Mech Works. I believe you're Josh from Rochester. Don't go anywhere just yet. Because I know you might not have listened to it yet. I'm going to fade out the audio here. Bring that back up. And we're going to play you the special preview you missed at the salvage from the other day, if you give me 1 second. So, for anybody out there who's tuning into this on a later date, we're getting some views on these things. The the Odysseus Legion, the group, the sort of like BattleTech club that I founded, we are launching a podcast, and I made the sort of the official public announcement yesterday at an event, and I'm going to play the trailer, the promotional trailer for the upcoming episodes here. In 3, 2.
Two moderately scary things, and you pick your poison.
Classic BattleTech rules are kind of a madness rune for nerds, and most people don't want to look at it directly.
When you're charged for 72 damage, that's a lot of 5 damage hits.
I don't care. 3 of the rocket launchers hit. That was pretty cool.
What is a Desgraw Luchador? It exists just to punch bigger things in the face.
Kimu Mad Cat is much scarier than you think it is. You know what else I have? 2 big 80-ton boots.
Stationary, open fire.
BattleTech version of sort of like a Friday Night Magic.
You're gonna come to the salvage event tomorrow. No, I'm not. Yes, you are.
Giving them a starter hit with the salvage. That might be part of it.
At some point, I just started like launching my artillery, attempting to kill your elementals and just failing. I need something to happen.
We could go double in depth with the mind games. It's like, oh, I know that you know that I might.
Subjected Nicholas to the battle of wits from the Princess Bride.
Mission accomplished.
I did,
yeah.
Even though it was just a Nova.
Just a little guy.
It was just a little guy.
Welcome to the Odysseus Legion podcast, bi-weekly starting Monday, September 1st. For more information, visit OdysseusLegion.com.
I love that one.
There we go. So there's the podcast trailer. There is 2 missions. We won both of them. You go through. We won both of them without too much damage. I mean, the Marauder's pretty low on the left arm. We're still working on the Phoenix Hawk. It didn't get launched. The Wyvern took some damage. It's okay. The Crusader, it's mainly just pre-existing damage. So we've got the hover tank we're stripping that actually is pretty much stripped. So we are just going to sell the rest of it. Boom, for the money. We got an Ostrock we're working on. We've got the awesome barely touched. Look at that. That makes me happy. We are in good shape. Actually, we are in awesome shape. And I forgot to show you what I was pointing at. So, yeah, let's go to the hangar here. Marauder, not doing bad. Phoenix Hawk, we're still working on it. Wyvern, just took some armor hits, doing fine. Crusader, pre-existing damage, mostly just the armor. We need LRM ammo. Yeah, the delay. I caught that. Stinger needs a new leg. Ostrock, we're working on it. Missing a left arm, missing a right leg, missing a head. But I'm excited to equip it here. And we have the awesome. We're in awesome shape. I'm excited for next week. We're in a good spot. Yeah, but right now we are sitting on 3.5 million C-bills. You know, we're just looking to replace some armor on this thing. If we could just keep it armored like it is. I mean, 3 million C-bills for that thing. It is actually a cheap mech. It has no advanced technology on it whatsoever. It's not over-engined, so we're looking good. But, all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I am going to go spend some time with my wife and my dog, and I will hopefully see you guys next week.